I'm your host, Charlie Donahue, and this is American Dream TV. Today we're in Victoria, Texas, in downtown Riverside Park, and I'm going to take you on a little trip back into history and tell you about this place that's called the Pumphouse, and what did it do for Victoria back in the 1800s, and what does it do for Victoria now? Come on, let's go find out. With roots that go back to the late 19th century. Originally constructed in 1879, it was built as a pump station to provide water to the growing city of Victoria. The structure was located on the banks of the Guadalupe River, making it a prime spot for harnessing the water for municipal use. During its early years, the pump house served as the primary water source for Victoria, providing drinking water and supporting fire suppression efforts. It utilized steam-powered engines to pump the water from the river into the city's supply system. The building's unique architectural style reflects the industrial design of the period, featuring brickwork and functional design elements typical of the late 19th century municipal buildings. Over the years, the pump house fell out of use as the city expanded and modernized its water infrastructure. For a time, the building was neglected, but due to its historical importance, it was eventually restored and repurposed. In 2012, it was reopened as the Pump House Riverside Restaurant and Bar. The transformation preserved many of the original architectural features, such as the exposed brick and industrial elements, blending history with modern dining experience. The building's revitalization has turned into a cultural and social hub, while still paying homage to its roots as an important part of Victoria's history, and the Pump House is now listed on the National Registry of Historical Places, cementing its place in the historical narrative of the city, and has some of the best food in town. So I'm here with Dennis and Louise Batillo, and these are my friends that have this beautiful place that is called the Pump House, but there's a history to it, and it's the best restaurant in town, I want to tell you. But before we go into that, let's find out from Dennis. Tell me the history about this place.
Absolutely. This is a unique location in Victoria because this exact location is where Victoria got its water since 1836. And this place went from having a large steam engine that was fueled by oil and coal to having the federal government give Victoria the money to transfer to electric power in 1929. This place was operating until the mid-1960s when it went out of service and stayed that way. Maybe it was used for some storage by the city. And when I first saw it, Reese took me by this building.
What was the Pump House?
The Pump House pumped the water originally from the Guadalupe River and then from wells, and it supplied the entire city of Victoria with their water.
When you saw this, and you're like going, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, how did it get repurposed?
The city owned it, the city put it up for auction, and Louise and I bid on it, and we were the only bidder, so we got it. Had the idea to make a restaurant out of there and restore the historic structures. Ultimately, we bought the place. It's totally surrounded by parkland, so nothing can be developed around it. And we just decided that we would operate the restaurant ourselves. So we've been open these 14 years, almost 14 years.
Thank you so much for inviting us, letting us come and talk to you and telling us the story about this wonderful place. And thanks for talking to me today.
Thanks, Charlie.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Thanks, Charlie.
You're welcome. Thank you. That's it for this episode. Happy trails to you on your American dream, and until next time.